Brad and Laura Lewis, farming here at Wharepapa South, 450 crossbred cows.
Issues, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is our third season here now, and particularly the first two, but even this spring was extremely wet. So our effluent, we had a little sand trap going into a sump, which would turn on every milking. When it was wet, we'd pump from that sump round to an old pond that was from an old cow shed on this farm, just with a little sand trap, the irrigator blocking up from time to time and having to probably clean that out twice a week, and then pumping back from the old, I guess, clay lined pond was a little bit of a challenge as well. And it was being a sump and turning on twice a day, like it needed daily shifts. So when I guess things went wrong, we came under pressure. That was challenging, and you know, when the nozzles blocked and things like that, that probably added a bit more time. During the winter, we'd just pump round to the old ponds, or if it was really dry, you know, could pump to the paddock and that, but it didn't give much flexibility. So what we did this spring, we got archways in and put in a feed pad. With that, we did a silage bunker behind us here and put a weeping wall in and a new pond. And we probably pumped to the paddock more than we should have. We put in a weeping wall and plastic lined pond. Yeah, it seems to be going alright.
And the weeping wall has no moving parts really, so it can't break.
Yeah, there's no taps. Like Matt designed it, he shot all the levels and assured me it would all work. It's completely stress-free really. With the lined pond, we didn't want it filling up with solids and then having the challenge of trying to stir it or get a digger in there and not damaging it. The weeping wall probably is a little bit extra capital cost, but it's peace of mind. There's no moving parts. I can go away and not have to worry about something breaking down, because effluent is pretty hard to deal with, and you know, moving parts block and break. And
so our farm's not flat. It's got quite a bit of contour to it. So that was one of the main challenges for us. You know, in the wet, in trying to feed out to cows, trying to you know, not make a mess, and that was one of our issues, wasn't it?
Sometimes the paddocks are probably a bit steep to feed out in, and we get to the point where moving cows on wasn't really feasible either, because we'd been doing it for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So we're just running pasture covers down, finding it hard to feed cows, keep the condition on them, especially with everything wintered on. Yeah, like utilisation was a problem, and even with pasture, you know, on the really wet days, I think, you know, we're probably wasting half of our feed.
You couldn't leave staff members to feed out in a lot of our paddocks. It was the health and safety hazard.
It was just stressful. You know, just feeding out, seeing all the feed get wasted, speed up the round, run your pasture covers down, you know, late July, August. And not being able to feed the cows some days, you know, either not being able to get in there with the wagon. Our main reason for it was to reduce stress. We said it had to break even financially, which our numbers showed that it can, and I didn't want to intensify the system too much because I wanted to reduce stress and maybe a little bit of workload, so I didn't really want to put on a mixer wagon and spend all day feeding out. I only had it in for a summer, you know, and even that's reduced stress with the roof. The cows are much happier, and some of the utilisation's increased. So yeah, I think it's positive, and I'm quite looking forward to winter. Yeah, so we can go away with a lot more peace of mind. There's a lot less to go wrong. The flood wash is good. That's all simple. Yeah, just basically press of a button and turn off a tap once a day, and the whole thing's cleaned. And it goes into a catchment sump, and then gravity's into the weeping wall, and then that gravity's into the pond. Like, I've talked to some people and they can't feed out grass silage on their pad because it blocks their irrigators, because they don't have a weeping wall or good solid separation. So we haven't had anything block, or you know, it's all just liquid coming out of the irrigator.
The animal health is better, because you know, especially in the summer that we've seen just gone, it's been extremely hot. They've been in here from 12 till 3, you know, probably the hottest part of the day. They didn't lose any condition in the heat like they have in previous years, because I don't believe they had anywhere near as much heat stress. We decided to go with Archways based on, we thought that your quality would be a lot better, and we liked the design of, you know, and you could do the whole job. You know, the pad, the weeping wall.
Specialising as well. Some builders were sort of trying to design the wheel as they went, and with, I guess, just doing this and solely this and knowing the little details that probably you need to get right to fit it all together. Yeah, that assured us a lot. Well, Matt's initial design and layout and ideas were we liked, but the specifications around, you know, the concrete quality and we sort of and the concrete depth and reinforcing we liked. Like there wasn't, nothing was skimped. We knew the quality would be good at the end of the day, and the people we'd talked to that had worked with Matt and Amanda previous, they all said good things, so that gave us peace of mind.
Everything happened on time.
Everything
was very
was
organised.
Yeah, on time, on budget.
Organised, turned up when you were told me you were going to turn up.
Yeah.
Which is always good when you're 9 months pregnant. He was born a week after the last concrete truck.
You know, Matt, he's good at what he does, and he knows what he does, and just the little things, I think, made a difference in the end. You know, you'd ask him a question and he'd always have a good, honest answer that gave me confidence. You know, it gave me confidence about what was happening, and everything fitted in really well. Like there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong in terms of design and you know, the bunker flowing to the pad, into the sump, into the wall, and the pond, but I'm real happy with it in the end, actually. Yeah, I'll put a lot of that down just to Matt's experience.